Hey everyone, it's Naya, and if you don't know, I really like writing. It's one of my favorite things in school. It's like my favorite subject, and I write for fun. And the only thing, and so I've been writing a book, and it is going to be published. This is just one of the documents. I did like a few I do like 3 chapters in one document, and I go to the next document, and then I do that chapter. That's how I do it. So I'm going to be reading as the first little bit of my book. Now this first chapter is just like super short. I don't know. It's not. I don't even think I would consider it a chapter yet. I'm trying to add as much as I can onto each chapter to make them more chapter-like. Anyways, let's get started. There's something beyond this world. I didn't know, and neither did you. If you feel like I'm lying, no, I'm gonna switch this out. Okay. Have you ever wondered if there was something beyond this world? I didn't know about it, and neither did you. Everyone thinks this world is complete. It is complete. At least that's what I used to think. And now, the actual chapter. I was in the backseat of my mom's car with my friends. Of my mom's car. Oh god, I hate when that happens. I was sitting on the back seat of my mom's car with my friends Jonah, Flynn, and Skylar. We were on our way to summer camp, Camp Zodiac. We were almost there. The camp was in Wyoming and we live in California. The state change is definitely big, but my mom thought change is an important part of growing up, especially if you're only 12. Alright, would you like me to come in with you or just drive off? My mom took off her seatbelt. No thanks, Mrs. Garland. I think we'll be fine. Skylar replied. All right. We walked out of the car and swung our duffel bags over our shoulders. My friends and I waved to my mom as she drove off. As she drove off. The camp was swarming with kids that all looked like they were around 10 to 17. Each of them were wearing a shirt that said Zodiac in the middle, written in gold. The shirt itself was teal color. In front of the camp was a booth. In it was a woman that looked like she was in her mid-30s. Whoa, Flint said in a daze. This place is huge. The lady approached us with a great big smile on her face. Hi, my name is Maybelle. I am the head counselor of the camp. In this camp, we will do many fun activities. What are your names? I'm Reese Carlin. I shook Maybelle's hands, and suddenly I felt like I was on fire. I'm Flynn Lowe. Skylar Travis. My name is Jonah McKay. Nice to meet you. Well, welcome to camp. Follow me and I will show you to your cabins. Mabel started walking. I want so badly to whack that smile off her face. The camp was gigantic. On one side there was all the cabins, and on the other was a hut. I'm guessing that's where the campers eat. There were arenas and different buildings scattered all over. So, do we go in our cabins according to our zodiac symbol? I asked. Yes, speaking of which, what are your zodiacs? Mabel pointed to a big house. Skylar and I are both Capricorns, I said. Leo, Jonah stated, and I'm a Gemini, Flynn said. At camp, we have columns. Each has a different zodiac associated with it. Your initials get carved in. I will make sure that happens, but first go to your cabins. There is a girl's side and a boy's side. Please make sure you go through the right door. Mabel pointed. Please make sure you go through the right door. Mabel pointed to the cabins. I was so glad Skylar and I were in the same cabin. Now I don't have to worry about getting along with the other people in my cabin. People always say I have a knack for getting along with others, but I don't really get where they got that from. Everyone thinks a blonde hair and blue-eyed girl like me is going to be really self-centered. The truth is, I'm not even into girly things, but love to learn, not regular things you learn in school, but about other places. It's the reason I was fine coming here. I wanted to go to a different environment. I know, that sounds very cliche, but it's the truth. Skylar has red hair and green eyes. She gets ticked off really easily and is very competitive. One time we were having a sleepover and she kicked me out just because I beat her at Mario Kart. We walked up to a blue cabin that had a goat-looking animal on top of it. I knocked on the door. Hi. On top of the door, I heard a lot of rustling behind the door. Hi, I'm Zach. He seemed happy, almost too happy. Hi, I'm Skylar, and this is my friend Reese. We were told this is our new cabin. Skylar pointed into the room. Oh, nice to meet you. Come in. The inside looks like a normal cabin, but the beds had little goats on the bed frames. There was a little terrace area that had a lake underneath. The water was crystal clear and was beautiful. Wow, I said in a daze. That's Silver Moon Lake. Zach walked out and put his feet in the water. The camp founder Howard Kilsby named it because the reflection on the moon has on the lake makes it look like it's silver. Creative, I said sarcastically. Alright, so what do you do here in camp? There is a 7-day rotation. Each day has a different theme, and with each theme is a new activity. Today is Under the Sea. Was there a cabin leader? Skylar asked. Zach got up and went back and went to the cabin. Where is everyone else? I asked. They're part of the welcoming committee for the new campers, Zach said. The cabin had at least 15 people. The welcoming committee was about 20 people, so either Zach is really annoying or no one at camp likes other people. So where are our beds? Skylar dropped the bag on the floor. Oh, I'll get them from the storage. Zach plugged through a hole in the wall that looked like a cabin of its own. He pulled them into the cabin. Here, there's a little dresser on the side. You can empty your stuff out there. Oops, I almost forgot. Your beds are set up on the girl's side. Reese and I opened the door to the girl's side, and we opened our bags. I think I might have brought too much stuff. My dresser could barely fit it all. I put my bedsheet over my bed and my pillow. They're rainbow themed. I feel like when everything matches, it makes you feel put together. So are you two related somehow? Zach opened the doors with his eyes shut. No, Skylar said. Zach didn't really seem like the sharpest tool, but he seemed like a nice guy. It was pretty clear that Skylar didn't like him that much. The doors opened and a bunch of people came flowing in. They were all busy in their conversation until Zach shouted, "Guys!" Everyone stopped and stared at him. This is Skylar and Reese. They're the new campers in our cabin. Everyone came up to us and introduced themselves. The only name I could remember was Natasha, Talia, and Ryland. They all went straight back to the conversations, except for Ryland and Talia. Hey, have you seen the whole camp yet? I could give you a tour, Ryland offered. Yeah, Talia said. If you don't mind, I guess it won't hurt. I looked over at Skylar and she nodded. We walked through the room and opened the door. The camp seemed to look even more beautiful than it did before. The sun shone very bright, but it wasn't burning hot. The camp was completely alive with people everywhere. Where do we get camp shirts? I asked. That's where we're taking you. Ryan flipped her black hair and kept on walking through the grass. I wonder how the boys were doing in their cabin. I'm going to change this to brown. I already have a black-haired girl I'm trying to... Okay. I wondered how the boys were doing in their cabin. I was lucky to have Skylar, but they're on their own. Flynn can be very funny and sarcastic at times, but he doesn't know the right times to be serious. Jonah is like the complete opposite. He can be funny when he wants, but he usually doesn't get jokes and is very serious. Hopefully they have fun and don't blame me for coming up with the idea to come here. We walked through the camp without being noticed, but out of nowhere Mabel showed up. I see you made friends, she said it like it was surprising. What are you cats up to? Just giving the new campers a tour. Talia tried to walk away, but Mabel kept talking. Alright, make sure you show them everything. No problem. Everything? The camp is as big as Rhode Island. To do that, it would have to take the entire day. Skylar took out her phone, but Ryland grabbed it and took it away. and took it away from her. No phones allowed. You too, Reese. She reached out her hand. She reached her hand out. Reluctantly, I put my phone in her hand. How am I supposed to contact people outside of the camp now? I already want to leave. Yeah, so let's see here. That was like that chapter. That was like 2 pages I've read there. Yeah. Trying to add more onto each chapter to make them more chapter-like. So let's see, I have like 3 pages. 1, 2, 3. I have 3 and the third pages of one chapter. So yeah, and then this chapter is pretty long. This one's like 5 pages, and then let's see here, and then this last one I'm working on, and then we got this one with Flynn. His is also turning out to be pretty long. Okay, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna call it yet, because if you guys want to know what I'm making it about, so basically they find their way into this world and they have no idea what they're doing there. I'm not really even sure what this world is yet, and so they have to go on this quest, and this world doesn't have a name, so like at the end they have to name it, blah blah blah, but that's not important. Anyway, so they start seeing these people, like in the Jonah chapter, they talk about a girl who was very secretive and she didn't do anything. She didn't introduce herself, instead she just walked out of the room. So she's very important in this story. And then we meet another character, Adeline, who's like one part of the main, who's part of the 5. So it's Jonah, Adeline, Reese, and Skylar. And Flynn. Did I say Flynn? Jonah, Adeline, Flynn, Reese, and Skylar. It's them. Okay, so that is basically it. If yeah, so I don't know. I want to kind of share this story to someone, but there's no one I could share it to. So, because I want like people to like, I want someone to read it, to edit it for my like to see what their feedback is on it. Maybe I'll like. Oh, and my friend Michelle, she's also writing a book. If you guys want to see a little bit of that book, you guys want to see it? Okay, let's go. She made a video on it, but okay, it's called The Daydream Dashers by Aaron. It's like new chapter, Aaron Murphy. Yeah, so hers is so far 34 pages. She's been working on it for a lot longer than I've been working on mine. So, like, she's been working on it, like, a lot longer. So I'm trying to make mine a lot longer, as you can tell. So, yeah. That is basically it, everyone. Thanks. Bye.